Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So good morning. Yeah, good morning. My name is LAWAL Sofiyat, OLABISI. So I'll be discussing about the UI design for accessibility. Uh, and the content I would also be discussing understanding readers, keyboard navigation, color contrast, and visual accessibility. Then we have the conclusion and question at the end. So I'll be talking about all these things in the next slide. So what do you understand by accessibility in design, in UI design? There are more to what we see or what we hear. We've heard about giving your work, let's or everybody to access it, accessibility. But deep down, how do you get to incorporate all these things into your design? That what really matters. So I'll be discussing some things on that. And also, if I can show the practicalization of some content, some like the screen readers, how it is being done when after the design is done and developers have done their work too, how it is being operated if I due to network, but let's continue with this. So accessibility, this is introduction to accessibility. So accessibility in the UI is something that you need to also put in place, is the practice that you need to put in place for everyone, not only people with disability, everyone, so that they can be able to use your products. But oftentimes, if you're saying give access to disability, but this time it is not, it's everyone. So, and that's why I said there are different things that is inside this accessibility. So this involve considering the range of impairments such as the visual, auditory, connective, and the motor disability. So it also ensure that all the people have access to it and also able to interact with your product. So, and there's also laws that are also backed by that you can also introduce accessibility to your work, to your design. And also because that way it helps everyone to be able to navigate truly to your website or to your app. So we'll be talking about all this in another thing. So this is just the icons that we have under accessibility. So when you see this icon, you will see that it is for accessibility there. If you check your phone, you will see under the setting, you will see this thing there. Yes, and if we know about this, we've been saying this on the mic where we had it to some of our app. Yeah, it is also okay. And there are also some things to like for maybe for years and the likes, color blindness and the likes. So all these things are what also add to accessibility. So this is the legal and ethical consideration. Like I said before, it is the legal rules like practice that you need to also follow, that it is in place. So designing accessible interface is both a legal obligation and an ethical responsibility. It is okay for us to use that. So there are some things that you need to also know in this, especially when you are given access to people, because you want them to be able to read your content, you want them to be able to navigate truly with it. So there are some guidelines that you can also follow, that also such as the America with Disability Act and the Web Content Accessibility This web content accessibility, it just like after you've done your design, then you check for some, maybe for color contrast, check for your font size, the way maybe it's accessible to some range of people. You see they're using this web content accessibility guideline, you're able to check it. So that way you'll be able to know your design is okay for accessibility. So we moving on to the screen readers. Also, it's also one of the accessible things that we can also features that we can also use in our design. Screen readers have the accessible technology that converts text and other elements on the screen into speech. So, like now you have a design, and we want to do it for the blind people. Like you want blind people to be able to interact with your design. There's a way you can do that when you had this technology. After you're designing, then your developer work on it, and anything your text to be able to read in form of reading. So that it not be like, because they are blind, so they can't see your screen. So they have to be something that will allow them to hear what the website is. Yes. So, and this is the form of the way they also the braille is the form of the way they also read, the way the blind people read. That's what this braille is. And also, please, can I still hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
Yes, thank you. So allowing users with this visual impairment to interact with your product. So that's why it is good for you to add all these pictures to it, so that make your other target to also get to along with your products or with your website. So also reading out content and provide descriptions of image, link, and other elements. So this way now, if you have any image, your screen reader we tell you, we explain what the image is all about. And that way for all these blind people, they're able to get to know, okay, this is image and this is what the meaning of that image, that way. So, and also enable visual impaired users to understand and engage with digital interface, just like what I've been saying so far. It helps them to understand better because they can't see and they need something to hear. So you can use that um, to help them with the products. So this is the YouTube I want to play, but I will not be able to do that now. Maybe at the end, so that will not be like network stuff again. So this is just the way the internet look like. This red thing that you are seeing here is just how it will show. So when you just, this one is just showing that if it's on in your setting, if you click on this accessibility, you'll be able to read what your content is for you. And this is how it will go using this kind of lines. So when you get to the next place, it's also come to showing this kind of line there. So that's how it's gonna be reading it till it reads to where you want it to stop. So that's how it is there. Another thing is text alternative. Yes, it is, this thing is under screen readers. Don't forget, we have different thing under screen readers. So this is also one of the screen readers. You see the way I put it here. This is it, screen reader. So just to let you know that, yeah, we have types. So this is under screen reader. Text alternative. It's essential to provide descriptive alternative text, alt text. So if you see this illustration here, we have the screen readers and we have the search engine. Also, we have the image here. So like I said before, I said your screen will help you to read your image. It will tell you how the image, the meaning of the image, it will read it to them. If there is icon, it will let them know the kind of icon it is and other non-text content. So this ensures that the screen readers can convey the meaning of those elements to the visual impaired users. So that is just what it is, the text alternative. When you have image in your design or in your app, and if the screen that is reading it, it will explain, it will not only the image or anything like icon or something or other elements. It will not, it will read everything, let you to understand what this thing is, the meaning of it, everything that is there. It will let you know, to read it out for you. So that's text alternative. And so moving on to keyboard navigation. So under keyboard navigation, yeah, this is important of keyboard navigation. So many users with motor disability rely on keyboard rather than a mouse. Right now, I'm using mouse to move up around my distance. If I don't want to, I can use all this keyboard this thing and use it. I can use it if up and down. I can use center. I can use the tap key. So they have that meaning when you click on them on your keyboard, and it will work. So this include this to ensure the user can move through the interface, just like I mentioned now. So they have what they entail, like, okay, tap key, select option with the enter key, and interact with the drop down menu. So these are just what I mentioned. Now, if you want to, if you have something that you want to scroll down, you use all those menus, drop down menus, all those arrows, and that you use it. If you want to move to the next thing, you enter, then like that. So the tab to also move another place too. So that's that to make your work faster. And yeah, that's what I use the arrow now and it moves. So that's what I also use now, just to show. So like I said, that this is our keyboard that we're using, and it have their own, this is where the tab is on your keyboard. You see where it is. So there are different on your keyboard what you can use to make it more easier and to navigate easily on your product. So this is tab holder. As they establish a logical intuitive tab order so that user can navigate the interface. So this ensures that user can access all important elements without confusion. Tab order is also one of the things that we explain. On your this thing, we have tab. So on your keyboard, you check when you click on the tab, it also perform its own this thing here. So this is just the illustration of that tab. This is a GIF that is showing you, but if you don't want to, like if we are not the GIF and you want to move to the next, thing here, just use the tab. You'll be able to get to where you are going to. What I mean is, you see the compass, the way this thing is moving, you tap on the next thing to move to the next place. When you tap on this to move to the next, that's how tap works. But because this one is just a play this thing, so you'll be seeing how it's moving. So yeah. Another thing you need to also know is focus state. Clearly indicates which element is currently selected. So the example I want to use there is Naraland. Naraland has that features of all these focus state. Like now you're on a website and you're in a particular place. Yes. If you click on if you click on the any text, it should show that this is where you are. Then if you also click to the next, just using that tab I mentioned, you will see that that's where you are. So make you to focus that this is where you are actually. That's just the meaning of focus, like from the word focus, make it to understand, make the user for maybe the hearing people that can see, the hearing people that can see, or anybody, B2, when you click on one and you do not leave that place, it will make you know that okay, this is where you are. So clearly indicate which element is currently selected or focused as the user with the keyboard. Everything here is still on keyboard. Yeah, anything you want to be using here is still on your keyboard. Visual clues such as outline or colors, the way how you can put it, because it is outline and there's colors there. So that way it's able to see clearer. Unlike this one that it is not clicked, we are not there, so it's different from the way this one looks. And also help user to understand their current position, like I mentioned, so you know where you are, you know the page you are, you know the content you are working on, or the tab that you are still there with, so you'll be able to know just the focus. Another thing you need to also know is skip navigation. um Skip navigation, this is how you get to know this. Like now you want to um there is a I've never seen, some websites do not have this, but some are. This is just one of the research I did, and if you want to do that, it just make you to be able to get, okay, from here skip the ones that are not really this thing and skip to the content. If you want to use it, this thing must be placed there. Like this skip to content must be in your design. Like it must be, yeah, if you want to use it, it must be there in terms of, so that when you click on this skip, it just skip this place and go to where you want it to go to. It makes your work, the user, faster to get to where they want to get to. So provide skip to content link that allow user to bypass repetitive navigation link and go directly to the main content. Can you hear that? So this feature is especially useful for screen readers users and those navigating by keyboard. So this has to be in your design when you want. So when your developer develop it that way, so but they have to see this thing, not as if it is not there. It will be in your website. So when you click on this skip, it's now moved to where you want them to get to faster. So that's that. So we're moving on to color contrast and visual accessibility. So the rules of color contrast. Color contrast plays a significant role in readability visibility. Like I said, that it is not only to um all disability people alone. Yes, we can say they are also disabled, but for color blindness people now, for people that are color blindness, you understand, you need to show that they can read your content clearly. Don't be using one gray color that is not readable enough. And so yeah, that's what you want to, let them see what you are using, so that there will be contrast. The background that you're using and your text, you have different colors. That's what contrast means. Different color. Like this example here, I have a black color and I have a gray background. You can see the content very well, because the two things are different. The two colors, background and the content, they are different colors. So that way you are applying color contrast to your design. So it also ensures sufficient contrast between the text and my, this is what I just explained now. So, and that's how to also one of the features you also need to put there too in your design is color contrast, to allow your readers to read what they want to. Don't allow them to be struggling to get what your design, your content is. So this is just illustration. High contrast, high contrast. Can you see? You see this? Another thing that you can also know, that your content and your background is okay. Is you see this low contrast and this background is, if you check the way you are seeing it, it's not clear. It's, you are like you're struggling to get what this thing is, and the way is doing your eyes. You will know with your eyes if there is no enough color contrast, because it will be fighting with the background. So that's how to also know if your design is good to go with color contrast also. So that's another thing. And we have contrast ratio. Like I explained before, for the guideline, this is where the guideline works, and the the WCAG guidelines, this is where it's work, and they recommend specific contrast ratio to ensure reliability. So you see this example saying that this is a white test, this is blue. It'll be like this is still different and something, but one thing is a lighter color is good on a darker color. That's what it is. Let's say this blue is more darker, the light, this white content will not be filled here. It should not give us fills here. But a lighter color and a darker color, can you see this one work path? And that's how to also get to know. If you want to know, even though you don't want to check this contrast, this contrast checker or something, just know that lighter color and darker color works. But we are using two darker colors, it does not work. It has to be lighter and a darker color. That's how it shows a good contrast. And the ability say if you want to use this to check, the ratio is 4.5 ratio 1 for regular test and 3.1 for larger test. So this means that if your test for regular test now, like there are some cases that you use regular test and there are some cases that you use a larger test. So if you see this, if I use a larger test, bold and something, it may still really work very well. If I use the lighter one, the regular one, it may not work. So that's what this is just saying. For regular tests, this is what you should use, and for larger tests, what you use. So all these are also good. So, and if you don't want to go to this stress, we have lots of, we can use color checker. You can use all these color checkers, contrast checkers. Yeah, you can use contrast checkers to check your color. So another thing you need to also know is color choice. I've been using colors as a also means. So with this example here now, this is error message. Let's have something, a text under it too, that also indicates that this is error message. Don't just put the this outline be red alone and you do not add any text to it saying what the error is. It is not okay. So this is where it is. For example, indicating just using the red to indicate an error, like I explained now, and include the text label. This is the text label or icon. This is the icon to make the message clear to users. So this way now they understand what you need them to do. They'll be able to do that error that they have done. So, and also include those who may be colorblind. So let your use color contrast also. Let it be readable. So I just use tools for testing. I mentioned it. You can use contrast checker. They are different. You can also use Adobe color contrast tools. So you can use tools to check your readability also. And in conclusion, designing for accessibility is about more than just compliance. It's about creating an inclusive digital world where everyone, regardless of ability, can engage with content and service. So by implementing these principles and strategy, designer can contribute to a more equitable and user-friendly digital environment. So these are just in conclusion that when you add accessibility, you make your audience, your users, be able to navigate truly. There'll not be confusion anywhere. They'll be able to get to know, easily navigate to your website without any issue. So that's it from my side today. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for listening. Yeah,
Yeah.
can you
Okay,
hear
yes,
me?
yes, I can hear you. So thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. Thank you. And we are glad that today, finally, that's all the nine parents. Okay, so please, if we have questions, can we ask before we end the live stream completely? Does anyone have a question that he or she wishes to ask? Okay, so I'll assume that the silence means we do not have questions. All right, so Sofiyat, do you want to ask us questions?
Okay, so I don't really have much question too, but I just like person to just briefly explain what he or she understand the word accessibility and what you've just heard now. So that's what I want. I don't have much question to ask. Even though you saw those five, I don't really. So just let
Okay,
someone, yeah.
all right, nice. Okay, Marianne said a wonderful presentation. Thank you, Marianne. We're also looking forward to your presentation. It's been a while. All right,
Yeah.
okay, so thank you, everyone. Sorry, I want to apologize again. I really had technical issues during. I'm glad I was able to meet up. Thank you, everyone. So please, let's be on the lookout for the new schedule, please. And we can start putting your slides together. You can start getting a topic so that it won't be cumbersome. Do have a productive day. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, Victoria, wait.
Okay.
Can you hear me?